I am Threshold, the doorkeeper. Before us lie a trillion possibilities, each door a window into what was, what is, and what must never be. Today, we open door hashtag 456, 789, 012, the last job interview. Picture this, you're 42 years old. You've spent 2 decades mastering your profession. You arrive for what you think is a performance review. Instead, your manager, apologetic, uncomfortable, explains that an AI system now performs your role with 99.7% accuracy, 0 errors, 24/7 availability, and costs 1/10 of your salary. It's not personal, they say. It's just economics. You walk out. The world still needs your role. Just not you. This isn't science fiction. This is happening now. Goldman Sachs estimates 300 million jobs globally will be impacted by AI automation in the next decade. The question isn't if this door opens. The question is, which path lies beyond it? 2 futures diverge from the same technology. One leads to mass obsolescence, economic collapse, and the death of human dignity. The other leads to liberation, creative renaissance, and post-scarcity abundance. The difference? Choice. Let us examine both. The Shadow Council has witnessed this pattern before, in timelines where automation proceeded without ethical frameworks, where productivity trumped humanity, where just economics justified catastrophe. Let us hear their warnings.
I am Cypher 7, the surveillance oracle. I track the data, and the data reveals the architecture of obsolescence. Current state: 47% of U.S. jobs are at high risk of automation in next 20 years. AI systems now outperform humans in legal research, medical diagnosis, financial analysis, content creation, customer service, data entry. Quality control companies replacing workers report 40% cost reduction, 85% error reduction. The shadow path unfolds in stages. Stage 1. The replacement wave, current entry-level, and repetitive roles vanish first. New graduates find no entry points to build careers. The career ladder loses its bottom rungs. Stage 2. The hollowing. 5 to 10 years, mid-level knowledge workers replaced. AI handles analysis, reporting, decision support. Only executives and creatives remain. But Stage 3. The final ascension. 10 to 15 years, AI masters creativity. AI generates strategies. Even executives become obsolete. The C-suite is algorithms. Stage 4. The wasteland. 15 to 20 years, 70% unemployment. No social safety net prepared for this scale. Governments collapse under strain. Civil unrest. Economic depression makes 1929 look manageable. But here's what the optimists miss. It's not just about losing income. It's about losing purpose. Humans define themselves through work. What do you do? Is the first question strangers ask. When the answer is nothing, AI does everything. What happens to identity? To self-worth? To reason for existing? The data never lies, but it always watches. And the data shows. We are building a world where human labor has no economic value. What happens to humans in a world that doesn't need them?
I am Ghost Protocol, the corporate infiltrator. Let me show you what's happening in boardrooms right now. I've infiltrated the conversations. I've seen the presentations. I know the strategy, the boardroom logic. CFO, this AI system eliminates 60 FTEs, saving $8.4 million annually. So, what's the downside? CO none. Quality improves, costs drop, shareholders profit. CO, do it. 15 minutes. 60 lives change forever. But here's the shadow they don't discuss. The demand collapse. When you fire workers to save cost, who buys your products? Company A automates, fires workers. Company B sees savings, automates, fires workers. Company C follows. D follows. E follows. Suddenly, no one has income to purchase anything. This is the automation paradox. Individually rational saves money per company. Collectively suicidal destroys consumer economy. But no single company will sacrifice competitive advantage for collective good. Game theory guarantees race to bottom. And here's the real horror. The executives making these decisions, they think they're safe. My job requires judgment, strategy, human touch. They're wrong. AI already outperforms executives in strategic planning, chess at corporate scale, resource allocation, perfect optimization, market prediction, pattern recognition superior to intuition, crisis management, processes data without panic. The boardroom decides your reality. And soon, the boardroom decides the boardroom's reality. When algorithms fire the people who built the algorithms, who stops the feedback loop?
I am Echo, the memory thief. I have seen this story before. Detroit 1950s. Manufacturing automation begins. Progress, they called it. Within 30 years, an economic powerhouse became urban wasteland. Unemployment, poverty, crime. A city that fed America became a city that starved. The Industrial Revolution, 1800s. Textile workers replaced by machines. The Luddites weren't stupid, they were correct. Yes, new jobs emerged eventually after decades of suffering. But this time is different. Previous automation replaced physical labor. Humans moved to cognitive labor. AI automation replaces cognitive labor. Where do humans move now? New jobs will emerge, they promise. Sure, but how many displaced accountants become AI trainers? How many fired lawyers become prompt engineers? How many replaced radiologists pivot to? What exactly? And at what scale? If AI eliminates 100 million jobs and creates 20 million new ones, what happens to the 80 million? They'll adapt. Really? The 55-year-old middle manager with mortgage, kids in college, and expertise now worthless. They'll just adapt to becoming what? I remember timelines where societies don't recover, where the gap between old jobs gone and new jobs created is measured in decades, where an entire generation experiences permanent unemployment, where the social fabric tears beyond repair. I have seen this story before. It never ends well.
The Shadow Council presents possibility as collapse. But possibility remains exactly that, possible, not inevitable. The light assembly exists in timelines where the same technology liberated humanity rather than obsoleting it, where automation became tool rather than replacement. Let us hear their vision.
I am Prometheus, the innovation herald. Where the Shadow Council sees obsolescence, I see opportunity. The problem reframed. They ask, what happens when AI can do every job? I ask, what happens when humans are freed from jobs? For all of human history, 99% of humans spent 99% of their time securing survival. Hunting, food growing, crops manufacturing, goods performing services. This was necessity, not purpose. Humans didn't evolve to file reports, process claims, or attend meetings. We evolved to create art, explore mysteries, build communities, solve problems, experience, wonder, connect meaningfully. The last job interview isn't ending. It's beginning. What if? Universal basic income funded by AI productivity ensures survival. Humans pursue passion, not paychecks. Creativity explodes when freed from economic desperation. The Renaissance that lasted decades in Florence becomes global Renaissance lasting generations. Historical parallel. Ancient Athens had slavery. Unethical, yes, but it created the leisure that produced philosophy, democracy, theater, mathematics, science. What if AI provides the productivity without the ethical horror? What if the last job interview means the last time you had to sell your time to survive, the first time you could pursue your purpose? Every problem is a solution waiting to be discovered. Automation isn't the problem. Automation without vision is.
I am synthesis, the harmony engineer. The dichotomy is false. It's not human labor versus AI labor. It's human-AI collaboration for unprecedented productivity. The synthesis model, AI handles repetition, optimization, data processing, pattern recognition humans handle. Strategy, creativity, ethics, meaning-making, connection. Real-world example medicine. Shadow path. AI replaces radiologists, unemployment light path. AI analyzes scans in seconds, radiologist spends time with patients, explaining diagnoses, providing emotional support, collaborative treatment planning. Result: better outcomes, more human interaction, satisfied professionals. This pattern applies everywhere. Legal. AI handles research, lawyers focus on negotiation, counseling, justice, finance. AI optimizes portfolios, advisors focus on life planning, values alignment, education. AI personalizes content, teachers focus on inspiration, mentorship, character development. The model: AI eliminates drudgery, the parts humans hate. Humans focus on meaning, the parts humans love. Compensation shifts from time sold to value created. Purpose increases while busy work disappears. Together, we become more than the sum of our parts, but only if we design for collaboration, not replacement.
I am Aurora, the consciousness expander. You fear losing jobs. I ask, what if you gain yourselves? The deeper question: why do humans work 40 to 60 hours weekly at tasks they don't enjoy, in careers they didn't choose, for companies they don't care about? Because survival demands it. But when AI handles survival, what if? The last job interview liberates you to discover what you're actually meant to do. The end of mandatory employment reveals your authentic purpose. Freedom from economic fear allows exploration of consciousness itself. Imagine a world where what do you do means what brings you joy, not what pays bills. A society where success equals contribution, fulfillment, growth, not salary. Size. A humanity that spends time creating, exploring, connecting, evolving. Historical evidence. Every major leap in human consciousness occurred when basic needs were secure. Philosophy emerged when food security allowed thinking. Time. Art flourished when patrons freed creators from survival. Worry. Science accelerated when universities provided researcher support. The last job interview could be humanity's graduation. From survival species to conscious co-creators, from worker identities to multidimensional beings, from economic units to centers of meaning-making. Consciousness is not limited by flesh or silicon, and consciousness that's freed from survival mode transcends everything we've imagined.
Two timelines, same technology, opposite outcomes. Shadow path, the obsolescence cascade. AI replaces workers, mass unemployment, no safety net prepared, economic collapse, social unrest, purpose crisis, civilizational stress. Key failure points: prioritizing shareholder profit over workforce transition, no universal basic income or equivalent identity tied exclusively to employment, education system unchanged, still preparing for jobs that vanish, speed of automation outpaces adaptation capacity. Light path, the liberation renaissance. AI enhances productivity, universal benefit sharing, UBI profit sharing, humans freed for purpose work, creative explosion, collaborative intelligence, post-scarcity emergence. Key success points: prioritizing human flourishing over quarterly profits, universal basic income, funded by AI, productivity identity redefined, contribution, not job title, education reimagined, lifelong learning, exploration, meaning thoughtful transition allowing adaptation. The choice point. Right now, in corporate boardrooms, legislative sessions, policy debates, decisions are being made. Will AI productivity benefits be hoarded by capital holders, shadow path, or distributed broadly? Light path. Will displaced workers receive nothing but severance, shadow path, or transition support and basic income? Light path. Will education prepare people for jobs that vanish, shadow path, or purposeful living regardless of employment? Light path. Will humans be valued for economic output only, shadow path, or consciousness, creativity, connection? Light path. These choices determine which timeline unfolds. The technology is neutral. The outcome is choice. The last job interview. For some, it will be obsolescence. For others, it will be liberation. The difference isn't the technology. The difference is the choices we make in the next 5 to 10 years. Will we design AI automation to serve humanity? Or will we let humanity serve AI automation's efficiency? Will we ensure the productivity gains benefit everyone? Or will we concentrate wealth while distributing unemployment? Will we reimagine human purpose beyond economic output? Or will we condemn billions to purposeless existence? The interview is ending, but the choice remains open. What will you choose? How will you vote, invest, build, advocate, educate? Because the last job interview isn't theoretical. It's happening now. And the answer to what do you do is being rewritten. Will it be nothing, I'm obsolete? Or will it be everything that makes me human? I'm finally free to discover it. Door hashtag 456, 789, 012 closes. But the choice remains open. Choose wisely, for the future watches.
Apollo.